Hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Tintin as usual. And you know what? It's a crazy weather going outside since the last 3-4 days and I have a ton of work to finish. So I wasn't really thinking about vlogging today, but hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the channel. And if you haven't subscribed, then you should do that probably. And I have a ton of works to finish, so let's get started with the day as usual. Also, this thing just broke last night. I don't know how. This was supposed to be here, and then suddenly I heard a sound, and this was fallen on the ground. And I just need to fix this right now. Find one of these in a nearby hardware shop and get this fixed now. Okay, so I thought that I will do this all by myself, but as always, something or the other goes wrong, and my drill started working in a very weird way. It started making weird sounds and noises, so I got freaked out and I was scared. Okay, so I think you have heard this before, other artists saying this, that you should always keep your previous artworks or previous composition of music, or any craft that you had done earlier, and now you think that this is absolute shit, but it's actually not. You know what, it helps you, like any work that you felt like it's really not up to the mark, it's really not perfect, it's not good, you should keep that work. Why? Because later, after like 5-15 years or even more than that, suppose 30 years, you can compare yourself that once upon a time you were in this position or you were in this part of your life, and now you are here. You can compare how much you have grown, you can compare how much your skills have grown overall, and overall it gives you a nostalgic feeling, which is great. Now there is another thing that I believe, that suppose you had created a work in past, and after looking at it like 2-4 years ahead of time, now you feel that this work is not that bad. Like I feel this always, like sometimes I feel that this work is not bad, the composition is good, the theory or the thinking process behind this was good. All that needs is a little bit of tweaking, like little bit of detailing and all that thing that can make this thing better. So the question is, should you make that thing like a bit better to the point, like to the point where it satisfied you, to the point where it matches up to your point of perfection at this very moment? So that is a question. How do you know whether you should do that or not? Hey, it's the next day actually. Yesterday I was just busy doing some pending work, like all those things that I don't like really doing, but I have to do them. So couldn't vlog, but hey, I just ripped apart an entire large size painting that was completely framed. You know why? Just so that I can upgrade or level the quality of a painting that I had done earlier. But the point is, how do you understand that whether you should change or upgrade the quality of this painting that you had done earlier, like 2 years or 3 years, like that? And how do you understand whether you should not actually do anything with it and let it stay as it is? How do you determine that? Now the point is, or the problem with this is, there is no predetermined factors or points that can tell you why you should change it or why you should not change it. Because let's come to the fact that this is it. It is your painting. You can do what the hell you want of it, like. So there's no actual factors so called, but then I have a little bit of workflow or thought process as it. Am I at all in frame? Yeah, I am in frame anyways. So I have a little bit of thought process and so called my own factors that I just want to share, that how I understand or how I come to a conclusion that okay, I should change and upgrade this painting and I should not. Okay, so one of the factors that I take into account while I'm deciding whether or not to upgrade or update a painting or just add some fine touches is the amount of time I am having in my hand, because if I'm having a lot of pending work, if I'm having a lot of new ideas of artworks, if I'm having a lot of not lot of, but if I am having upcoming exhibition in a short while or in a short time period, then I will definitely not go for updating or upgrading a older painting. Rather, I will work with new ideas, because as an artist I feel it is very important to work with new ideas the moment you feel like working with them, the moment you feel like that I have an idea. And if you don't accomplish that idea or that composition the moment you think about it, the problem is that if you try to recall it afterwards, then you won't get that same feeling with which you had an idea of the composition. So eventually it dies away and you don't have that freshness of the composition. So it is very important for me to work with any new idea that I have in my mind rather than working with the old painting. But yes, if I have a lot of time, if I don't have like a lot of pending works or any upcoming exhibition, then I will definitely go for it. The second thing that helps me to decide whether or not to change or modify a painting is that the attachment that I have with it. Many a times what happens, we paint a composition and that work portrays our state of mind. Yes, maybe it's not perfect, maybe it's not detailed, maybe the shades are wrong, maybe the perspective is completely wrong. But what matters to me at that point of time is that the painting perfectly conveys the mood that I was going through while painting it. And you know what, maybe changing it will affect the mood that it represents. So obviously in that case I won't go on to change the painting or modify it, because I don't want that mood to be lost from the painting. So yeah, I won't do that. And last but not the least, do what your heart says. Go by the desire of your heart. If you really want to upgrade or level the quality of a painting that you had done earlier, just go ahead and do it. And if you just don't have time, then probably carve out time from other places. Like don't go for a gym for one day, or don't hang out with friends, and do whatever you can to just get some time, just grab some time to do what you feel like, because that is real joy, right? So yeah, do what your heart says. And yeah, and now, right now, my heart is saying that I should probably go and get some. And so So that was the end of the lecture session that I had planned for this video. So as always, if you like this video, then smash that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, be happy, be good, go get creative. Tata, bye bye, sayonara. Peace. That last line wasn't mine actually, so I don't know whether I will actually keep it in the final edit or not. But you know what really excites me is that I, at this moment, even don't know whether I will make that into the final edit or not. But if you are watching this right now, then it might be there or might not be there. But the point is, you know it, but I don't know it as of now. Obviously, I will be knowing it when I'll be editing it, but at this current point when you are watching it, you know whether it's there or not. So that really is interesting. So hit the subscribe button for that. I'll see you in the next vlog.